All right, first game coming up later today. Walk us through it, MP.
Ooh, okay, we're taking on Nanterre. I hope I said that right. But, it's led by Benoit Lambert, a projected second-rounder. He's a stretch big who can knock it down from outside.
I feel you. All right, well, obviously you're looking to win this game, but as someone with an eye on the NBA draft, how does that affect your approach?
My approach never changes. I compete as hard as I can, and I play to win. But when you go up against another draft prospect, you have an opportunity. You know, you gotta give the scouts a one-to-one comparison. So, if I'm outplaying this guy on the same court, in the same game, and he's projected to go second round, what does that make me?
Makes sense. How has practice been so far?
Tough. These guys really get after it in scrimmages, but it's gonna make me a complete player. Someone any NBA team could use.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think we got what we need.
Nice. Look, I'm not gonna complain on tape, but bro, these practices are killing me. Oh, God, these Euro dudes, I don't get it. They love to hack, and somehow the conditioning programs are even crazier.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, you do look a little rough. You feeling all right?
I'm a little beat up, to be honest with you, and I'm extremely sore, but I gotta find a way to push through it.
Yes, sir. It's just an adjustment. You be all right.
Yeah. Just, you know, this kind of stuff, just make sure we keep it off of socials, all right?
No, of course, man. We in this together. We only gonna show the world what you want them to see.
Yeah. That's good.
What's
Xander,
up?
I need help up.
I got you.
Yep.
Oh! Yes, sir.
Gosh.
And a twilight view of the skyline of Paris, casting its reflection on the River Seine. Welcome, everyone, to 2K's coverage of the FBSL. For 2K Sports, I'm Blake Suniga with Brian Vanafitemi and Tim Swartz. We have a fun one for you tonight. It's Paris FC Basket hosting Nanterre Elite. Some great young talent on these teams.
And the name to watch tonight for Nanterre is Benoit Lambert. He's long been regarded as one of the up-and-coming French talents, and he'll look to leave his mark here tonight.
But Paris has their own prospect making his debut. MP comes in from the U.S., and we'll get to see him in action.
And a bit of a strange path for MP to come over to France, but he'll have plenty of chances to show what he can do, as Nanterre is a sound basketball team.
A lot of great talent on the floor in this one. The big name has to be Benoit Lambert, really a guy that could play in the NBA one day.
Ahern outside. Illich. Ahern outside. And it's off from three-point range. Well, we don't know if Lambert has any intention to head over the pond to play in the United States, but the skill is certainly there.
Well, he's so young, but already has a claim as one of the best shooters in all of Europe. Very easy release, can hit shots with a hand in his face. He's the star on this Nanterre team, and he's got a bright future.
And here's Williams. Ahern outside. Back to Williams. Pass to Illich. And here's Ahern. 4 on the shot clock. Illich. Followed by Marchand. Yes, it's good. And here we see the debut of MP, a guy who made his way over from Vermont in the United States.
Yeah, I'm real interested to watch MP. He's looking to try and carve out a path to becoming a professional player, either here in Europe or back in the NBA. His agent urged him to come to France and develop his game. Well, you got to put a body on Marks because he's more than capable of coming up with some offensive rebounds.
Outside Elich. Williams. Pass to Zadirko. Outside Dumont. From beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Marks. Lambert with it. Guarded by Zadirko. Dumont with the steal. Williams in the post. Chauvet covering. Now here's Williams. That's good, and it's Dumont with the assist.
As MP continues to develop and just become more consistent from deep.
And so many of the prospects here in France dream of representing Les Bleus on the international stage.
The French national team is as great as it's ever been. You look around this league and the level of prospects here and going into the NBA is as strong as any nation.
An assertive shot from Peltier. He was looking to hit them with the answer triple.
Williams from long range. It's rebounded by Marks. Peltier outside. Marks up top. Guarded by Williams. Three-pointer Chauvet. Still looking for his first make after that miss. 0 for 2. Outside Elich. Pass to Williams. Fires the three. Good on the three-point shot.
Intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And they're trailing.
Well, something that's interesting, you kind of think about is the fitness level of these players at the professional level is something else. You don't realize how demanding the game is until you're here.
Everything is faster, and you have to push your body to match it. For young guys like MP and these other prospects, that can be a very tough adjustment.
And it's Harris with the ball. Here's Elich. Great D that time from Marchand. Pass to Lambert. Marks. Back to Lambert. Kicks it out to Marchand. Basket good off the assist from Lambert.
It's always nice to have a power forward who can shoot the three. Marchand showing off his range.
Here's Dumont. Williams. Outside Elich. Back to Williams. Pass to Dumont. Williams up top. Over Peltier. Rebound by Nanterre.
Poor execution. That was not how they drew up that possession. I can guarantee you that.
No, it's not what they wanted to do. It looks very rushed to try to put something up.
Williams from long range. And he's good on the three ball.
Boy, he came into this game with his long leg stroke looking great. He could wind up with a crazy number of threes.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Paris FC basket ahead. They lead by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And welcome back as we get set to start the second quarter here in Paris.
And the coach of this Paris FC team, Lane Graves, he worked his way through the ranks. He would spend some time as an assistant coach in the NBA before relocating.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter play. Outside Williams. Back to Portier. Outside Elich. Williams. players like MP joining this team. They're trying to find their role in the rotation.
It's not always easy, how to fit in here in Europe. It's a really high level of play. And it's especially difficult for those like MP who come from overseas.
Outside Marks. 6 to shoot. And Tara Lee again can't hit. Outside Elich. Williams over Marks. Rebounded by Blais.
Ill-advised shot selection right there.
I'll say that was lower than low percentage.
No chance.
And Marks with the 3.
Knocking it down from outside. Great work by Marks, stretching out the floor.
Right wing. Outside Williams. Yes, and a nice assist from Elich.
How about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Yeah, terrific little back and forth right there, Tim.
Been a lot of fun to watch.
Outside Marks. To the right side. Gerard. Great positioning on the putback.
Second chance buckets, they're always the result of hard work.
Portier outside. Williams for 3. Another 3 for Paris.
As long as the threes keep dropping for him, he'll keep firing them.
As he should. When you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, why not?
The teammates just keep feeding the hot hand.
Out to the left wing. Lou misses. Paris with the lead. It's stolen by Marks. Here's Beaumarchais. Covered by Portier. Pass to Marks. Shoots over Viseur. Misses off the right iron. To the inside. Elich. Up and in on the layup. And Bogey Elich might not be the player he once was, but he can still be a factor.
When the burst he used to have is replaced by his leadership on the floor. Much like his twin brother Lazar, who plays for Madrid, Elich is a guy who has found success throughout the years and knows how to win.
To the paint. Here's Williams. And Williams slams it in.
Well, once MP gets going, it's like an avalanche. Just get out of the way. Let him take over.
Pass to Marks. To the middle. Here's Gerard. Good work defensively by Elich. Here's Williams. And Williams slams it in.
He is definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. Shooting it so efficiently.
And Terry with the ball. It's a 5-point game. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Back to Marks. Over Ahern. Marks no good. Pass to Portier. Outside Williams. And he drops in the layup off glass.
He's just feeling it. He's terrific at shooting it from the field.
And Paris FC basket, call time. Here's Lambert. And so we wrap up the first half. Paris FC basket ahead. Up by 7. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Good to have you back with us for this matchup between Nanterre Elite and Paris FC Basket. The second half just getting underway. But one thing we can be sure of, there will be plenty of scouts in the stands for all of these games.
Yeah, the French League is a hotbed for talent, and scouts from all over will be watching. There's a chance several of these players make the jump to a bigger club, or even, dare I say, the NBA.
Pass to Lambert. Now Marchand, defended by Elich. Outside Marks. Shot clock at 6. Back to Peltier. That three off the mark. Let's see if they can extend their lead to double digits.
And no reason to think they can't the way they're going. What focus and strength from MP, even with the contact, to get it done.
And he'll be shooting his first free throws. Chauvet with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Pass to Lambert. Makes it off the glass. And without a doubt, the star of this Nanterre Elite team is Benoit Lambert. He can shoot the lights out, fellas.
And we've talked about Lambert's shooting, but he has a polish to his game that you rarely see from players this young. It's a big reason why scouts are so excited to see him develop.
Nanterre with the ball. Trailing by 13. Right side, Chauvet. Shoots over Dumont. Chauvet, that's good.
Well, the defense cannot afford to take Chauvet lightly because he's got the confidence to take and make these kind of shots.
Back to Zadirko. Outside Illich. Pass to Dumont. Here's Ahern. Just 5 to shoot. That one falls. Nice speed from Dumont.
Well, Paris needs Ahern's scoring from all over the floor. His three-point shooting can trigger their entire attack.
Here's Marks. There's another one for Nanterre Elite.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Back to Dumont. Outside Illich. And here's Ahern behind the arc. And it's Nanterre with the rebound. Inside. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
That's a nice job getting it done inside by Peltier. You know, I'd like to see a little more of that from him.
Down low. And Williams slams it in.
Nobody among the defenders stepping up to the challenge and challenging him on that drive.
And he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
He's just going to take that every time.
Oh, of course he will. And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send him to the line.
Exactly. You want to prevent the layup, give them a little knock, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming down the lane the next time around.
It does send a message.
So both teams making some changes here. That one falls, so he hits them both. One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
And so far, we've seen MP getting the better of Lambert out there. Surprise?
Well, a lot of scouts came here to watch Lambert do his thing, but MP has been the star of the show so far. There's no denying that.
Pass to Ahern. Outside Williams. Tries a three. It's good from long range.
And add another three-pointer to their second half total.
They came out of the break dropping bombs and are just not letting up.
You love to see that.
Marks for three. And Nanterre Elite again can't hit. Now here's Ahern. Tight defense on him. Can't hit from in close. Peltier right side. Lots of room. A rebound by Zadirko. On the wings. Pass to Dumont. Back to Williams. And it's Nanterre with the rebound. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock in-game clock. Here's Beaumarchais. Here's Girard. Lesueur defending. Lambert up top. Screen by Lambert. Here's Beaumarchais. And once again off the mark by Nanterre. And Lambert is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Williams. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Paris FC basket ahead. They lead by 13. And we're coming back right after this break. And we welcome you back to Paris. The two teams. Paris FC basket, all time. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Outside Chauvet. Inside. And that one's good. Marks.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally they got the run they needed to get back into this game.
I didn't think it was going to happen, Tim, but they have finally turned it on, and now they need stops.
Absolutely. Need stops now.
Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Well, when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to do it and get back into this game.
And it was their defense, just as much as their offense, that served as the catalyst and allowed them to put this run together.
What a display.
Nanterre trailing here. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Marshall. Just 4 to shoot. From deep three-point range. It's rebounded by Dumont.
Sometimes you just want to show off your range.
We already know how good his range is, so he shouldn't be firing from that.
It's stolen by Marks. Pass to Chauvet. The block.
This is why these guys love the Victor Felix. He gives everything he's got, every possession.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. 5 to shoot. Lambert's shot is good.
Just so poised out there. Lambert doesn't really care about the situation. He's always ready to deliver.
To the inside. Williams. That's good, and it's Dumont with the assist.
Looking to make his mark right here in Europe, there's no better way to do it than with big shots like that.
And Chauvet missing.
He had some box coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss that sort of look very often.
Williams for 3. And Lambert pulls it down. And Nanterre lead with possession. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Pulls up from the corner. Marks over Ahern. And it falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Big time bucket by Marks. It's clear he doesn't fear the moment.
And we can probably expect to see them slow it down now.
Yeah, bring some clock while they have the lead. Look at your friend. Get their number. Text them. Goodness. They call him Pete's number. And he comes down with the biggest play of the night.
Outside Chauvet. Now here's Marks. He's covered by Ahern.
Nice job on the inside. He had to work for that rebound, and he earned it.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Dumont. To the middle. Pass to Williams. Clock at 4. Connects from three-point range.
They're not letting up, guys. They just keep coming at him.
And I think it's safe to say that lead is too big to overcome at this point. Just not enough time on the clock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lambert from outside. Gets the 3 to fall.
He's got such a sweet three-point stroke, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opponents out to the perimeter. Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those seconds away.
No, and you've got to foul. It's going to come down to free throws.
Pressure situation.
And it's Paris with the ball. And they commit the intentional foul, and we'll see another one of those so that they can get into the penalty. And he commits the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Now that's how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
And that'll do it. Paris FC coming away with the win. Nice showing from the young team.
Everyone knew this Paris team could be young, but I think they've turned some ahead with how far along they are in their development.
A lot to like here from Paris. You know, the debut of MP gives their fan base hope for the season.
I'll be interested in how he develops over the year because he can clearly be an impact player for Paris, and they could be a dangerous team as the season goes on.
And so that'll do it for now. For Tim Swartz, Brian Banafitemi, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Blake Suniga saying thanks for watching.
Hey, thanks for joining us.
No problem. Happy to be here.
How are you adjusting to the level of competition in France? It's a big step up from high school, yes?
They play hard here in France, and everyone's a pro, so the level of competition is a lot better than in high school. But I got some great teammates and coaches, and they're helping me get up to speed.
Okay, so despite the adjustment, you managed to outplay Benoit Lambert. Was that a focus for you tonight?
Nah, not a focus per se, but I know who he is, and I know people think he's a lock-in for the NBA draft. So that's motivation enough for me. I'm trying to show him on his same level. Still, winning will always come first. That's the focus. I'm here to help the FC Basket push this thing as far as we can go.
Thank you, MP.
You're welcome.
Pete, I want to put a little something in your ear, okay?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
All right. Now, I know we're here to work on your draft stock, but I saw your post-game interview the other day, and I don't think you should talk about the NBA with the press that much.
What you mean?
Same goes for your social videos.
Wait. I'm just being honest out there. Like, I don't understand what that has to do with the management. You even said that it was okay in the contract negotiations.
No. Look, I'm not worried about management. I'm worried about your teammates. They might not like a constant reminder that you see them as a stepping stone.
But that's not true.
I know. But you've got a lot to gain if this team is successful. Paris doesn't have an automatic berth to the EBA championships, but playing well in that tournament would be huge for your draft stock.
No, yeah, you're right. I hear you, Austin, 100%.
Okay, good. Look, but other than that, you're doing an outstanding job, okay? You came here to outplay top prospects, and you're doing it. Nice work.
I appreciate that, Austin.
All right. Talk soon.
Yep.